How about a round of applause for all our recipients tonight in the class of 2017? So we have many students going to be gracing our stage tonight, receiving awards. And at this time, I'd like to call up Mrs. Susan Rourke, our head teacher from the English department, who will be our MC for tonight. Ms. Rourke?
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. So this is one of my favorite nights of the year because I have the pleasure of seeing some of my favorite people earn the recognition that they deserve. Congratulations to all of our students and to their families for your dedication to academic excellence. I'd like to begin the program tonight by welcoming John and Joyce Larson to the stage to present the Stanford Mark Larson Scholarship Fund.
So all 5 of our children have graduated from Nashua High, some before it was South and since then. Our youngest is graduated 3 years ago, so we're almost out of touch with the school now, but we're happy to be here. So outliving a child is something no parent wants to endure, but when we are called upon to face the death of a child or any loved one of the best ways to remember and honor that person is to live your own life the best way you can. We remember and honor our son Stanford, who was diagnosed with cancer 2 days after his high school graduation in June of 2006, and died 7 months later on January 23rd, 2007. In front of the main entrance to Nashua High School South, you can see a beautiful granite bench with lovely plants that remembers and honors Stanford. Stanford had a zest for life. He was known for wearing shorts all year round with pockets and lots of stuff in them. Sometimes he would wear SpongeBob boxers outside of his shorts with a matching SpongeBob t-shirt. In his pockets, he carried game cards, juggling balls, and other things to play games with and entertain people. He excelled at piano and alto saxophone. He enjoyed performing on stage. He was a friend to all and enjoyed people. And he will always be remembered as a young man who had strong faith in God and lived a life of integrity and service. The Stanford Mark Larson Memorial Scholarship is now awarded annually to a graduating senior of Nashua High School South who has been active in the performing arts, has demonstrated leadership, has high integrity, and has been accepted to an accredited college or university. You graduating seniors are the rising generation, and the future of our world is in your hands. And we ask that each of you live your own life the very best way you can. It is always difficult to choose from so many deserving students, and we wish it were possible to award a scholarship to each one. However, we are pleased to award this 11th annual $500 scholarship to Alyssa Gillen. Thank you.
Presenting the Sean A. Eckert Engineering Memorial Scholarship tonight, please give a warm welcome to Kim LaBelle.
Good evening. Congratulations to the class of 2017 and to the parents who are here tonight with their children. My name is Kim LaBelle, and I'm the mother of Sean Eckert, who died December 2006 in a car accident while attending UMass Lowell, majoring in mechanical engineering. He graduated from this high school in 2006 as well. Tonight, I'm here to present the Sean Eckert Engineering Memorial Scholarship to a student who will be attending a four-year college majoring in engineering. He or she has to have financial need, have good morals and character, and write an essay as to why they want to be an engineer. They are chosen by the guidance department and teachers. In the past 10 years, they have done an excellent job for us, and we appreciate all your efforts. This year's recipient's essay has been the best, to say the least. The recipient wrote in his essay, he loves physics, he loves to learn and invent and help others solve problems. Sean did too. In the past 10 years, I've been thinking about maybe where Sean would be, what he'd be doing, what he'd create if he was still alive. In 10 years, we have the Uber, self-driving cars, Skype, and the Fitbit, and more. This gentleman wrote in his essay, thinking long-term, being a mechanical engineer is a career that keeps on giving. If I can continue to solve important problems, like how to create the safest sports helmet, or even how to mass-produce a cheap replaceable organ, I will continue to engage and be happy. The question isn't why would I like to be a mechanical engineer, it's why wouldn't I? Sean grew up around my dad, Clement LaBelle, who, by the way, has also come for the past 10 years to honor Sean's memory, and is here tonight. Sean and my dad would spend hours and hours in the garage together, fixing or inventing something. Sean loved tools, he loved to get dirty, he loved grease, autos, and science, computers, and technology. His goal someday was to design fuel-efficient cars that were stylish and affordable to everyone. Sean was a very giving person. When Sean was in auto tech, he was chosen to compete in the AAA scholarship program for a 2-year scholarship. He declined because he knew other students in the class needed that opportunity more than him, since he was accepted to UMass for mechanical engineering. And this is why Sean's family and friends helped create $2,000 scholarships in his name. The Sean Eckert Auto Tech Scholarship, given at North last night, and the Engineering Memorial Scholarship, given tonight. Sean was never an A student. He died December 17th with one final to go in all of his grades in his first semester. He achieved A's because he loved the challenge, and if Sean was alive, he'd want you to set reasonable goals, get great grades, and ask for help when you needed it. He would tell you to admit when you made a mistake and learn from it to make you a better person. At last, keep trying if you fail at something. Don't give up, and believe in yourself. So to continue with his memory this evening, Sean's family and friends would like to pass that love on to you and hope that someday maybe you can have the opportunity to help someone else. So the recipient of the Sean Eckert Memorial Scholarship is David Berry.
Please welcome Murph Albert to the stage to present the Pauline Albert Memorial Scholarship.
I'd also like to offer my congratulations to the class of 2017, and I wish you all a future filled with success and happiness. The purpose of the Pauline Albert Scholarship is to recognize and reward student athletes who exemplify the qualities and ideals that Coach Albert demonstrated throughout her 25 years of coaching and teaching at Nashua High. The success and longevity of this program is a direct result of the outstanding support we have received from the Nashua South community. Thank you. This year marks the 20th anniversary of this scholarship, and tonight's winners will become the 33rd and 34th recipients. It's my honor to present the two winners of this year's scholarship, and each award is in the sum of $1,000. The first recipient is a member of the girls' track team. The inscription on this plaque reads as follows: in recognition of a passionate track athlete whose perseverance, positive influence, and dedication to the Nashua South Track and Field Program embody the true meaning of Purple Pride. And I am pleased to present this year's scholarship to Olivia Anderson. The next recipient of this year's scholarship is a member of the boys track team, and the inscription on his plaque reads, "In recognition of a dedicated individual whose work ethic, dedication, and quiet leadership qualities exemplify the characteristics of the true Nashua South student athlete." And please join me in congratulating Corey Hawkins.
Thank you so much.
I think I got everything.
I think you have everything.
This.
That's okay. Presenting the Linda Swidler Memorial Scholarship tonight, please welcome Mark Swidler. But it would appear that he's not here, so I would be happy to present on his behalf. The Linda Swidler Memorial Scholarship is presented annually to a graduating senior of Nashua High School South who exemplifies the values and qualities of Linda Swidler, his wife who died of cancer about 15 years ago. Applicants must have chosen a career path geared towards some field of educational studies or human services. It is my pleasure to announce that the 2017 Linda Swidler Memorial Scholarship will be awarded to Ashley Eppolito. Congratulations. Congratulations. Presenting the Bambi Bodnar Art Scholarship tonight, Belinda Bodnar.
Thank you and good evening. I'm here with my sister Johanna and Fauna Bodnar. They're going to help me present tonight. Tonight is a celebration of life. In recognizing the hard work, dedication, and passion of so many students, teachers, and memories of loved ones. We are honored to be here tonight to present the 5th annual Bambi Bodnar Art Scholarship in memory of our mom, Bambi Bodnar. I recently was at an opening at the New Hampshire Institute of Art, and as I toured through the gallery, a student says, "Miss Bodnar, Miss Bodnar." It was our first recipient. He just graduated with his BFA. So he completed his 4 years, and now he's pursuing his career. So that was very exciting to see. Bambi, our mom, was a graduate of Nashua High School South. She was a creative, dedicated, passionate, loving person who was an advocate for others and for the arts. Our mother encouraged and influenced all 4 of her children to pursue higher education in many facets of art, from interior design, landscape design, hairstylist, ceramicist, and art educator. She taught us the value and importance of following your passion and art in everyday life. We are pleased to be able to acknowledge a passionate young artist who will pursue art and product design on the post-secondary level. This student exceeded the requirements. She had an outstanding and powerful essay, incredible artwork that had such breadth to it. She talked about her passions of Irish step dancing, of music and playing the piano, and the visual arts, and how that is shaping the future in how she's choosing her career. This student sees herself positively influencing others and dancing to her own beat through product design. She will be attending Drexel University. We are pleased to present the 2017 Bambi Bodnar Art Scholarship in the amount of $750 to Grace Landry. Thank you.
Please welcome Brian Mulcahy, who will be presenting the Thomas Mulcahy Memorial Hockey Alumni Scholarship. Or I will be presenting the Thomas Mulcahy Memorial Hockey Alumni Scholarship, which is awarded to a student who has been active in the varsity ice hockey program, and that student has demonstrated leadership and high integrity. Please welcome Tyler Goy. Congratulations. Mrs. Eileen Gilfoyle is here tonight to present the Stephen M. Gilfoyle Memorial Scholarship. Or again, it might be me. The Stephen M. Gilfoyle Memorial Scholarship is awarded to 2 students this year. The recipients are from the Hospitality and Tourism Program, Olivia Anderson and Alexander Hutchins. Congratulations. Congratulations. Presenting the Donald Marquis Social Studies Scholarship this year is his daughter, Pauline Marquis.
Hello and congratulations to the class of 2017. Well done, especially to this group. I am Colleen Marquis. I'm honored to present our 9th Don Marquis Scholar Award. Before I present the award to this year's winner, I'll tell you a little bit about the story behind it. Don Marquis, my dad, was a social studies teacher and the department coordinator at Nashua High for 32 years. After he retired, he took a few freelance jobs, traveled the world a little, and then just when he was hitting his stride as a pensioner, he was diagnosed with ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. As many of you know, ALS is a devastating degenerative disease. As soon as the word got out into the community about my dad's illness, there was an incredible outpouring of love, support from family and friends, including teachers and former students. My sister Nicole and I discovered very quickly what my mother already knew, that Dad was a highly regarded teacher, boss, friend, and mentor to hundreds of people in and around the Nashua area. Part of what made him so memorable was his outgoing, warm personality. He was a talker, but he was also a good listener. Every day, people would call and visit. This was back in 2008 when Barack Obama was running for president for the first time, and my dad enjoyed nothing better than debating politics. Many former students told us he was a favorite teacher. Teachers he had hired would tell us he was a good boss, a mentor, and a friend. It was one of those teachers he had hired and a former student that approached my dad about setting up a scholarship in his name. It was important to these two that my dad set up the criteria himself for the award. The former student, a standout favorite of my dad's, is Nashua lawyer Tim Bush, and the teacher is Mr. Claffey of your social studies department. They decided that the recipient of this award would be chosen by the teachers in the department and awarded to the student who has exhibited outstanding achievement in social studies during their years at Nashua High South. No essay to write and no formal application. The work has already been done, and the scholars didn't even know they were applying for anything. Our family loves the idea of the department voting for and choosing a young person who might have impressed Mr. Marquis. Kids who impressed my dad were always talkers with strong personalities, excellent debaters. They did not have to be the smartest kid in the class, but they definitely had to be hard workers who came prepared for class every day. I've been told this year's award winner is no exception to these qualifications. A large part of the scholarship funds came from an effort in the beginning when the award was founded, and then after he died, more funds flowed into the scholarship. And since then, friends and relatives, including my mother and my Aunt Pepper, who's here today, generously keep it going so we can fill up the plaque that hangs outside your library with Don Marquis scholars for years to come. My father's commitment to teachers and students was a top priority in his life. This commitment lives on through this award. Please help me welcome to the stage this year's Don Marquis Scholar, Miss Haley Witzel.
Presenting the Dennis Drake Memorial Scholarship tonight is his granddaughter, Caitlin Drake.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Caitlin Drake, and I am the granddaughter of Dennis Drake, and I am representing the foundation in his name tonight to award our annual scholarship to a very deserving student here at Nashua High South. I am most likely the youngest presenter tonight, at just 12 years old, as my older sister couldn't make it tonight, so you're stuck with me. I am from Natick, Mass, and in a long line of grandkids that have represented this foundation at this event. My connection to Nashua is strong as my dad was born and grew up here, and my grandmother, uncle, aunts, and cousins were also from here too. Although my grandfather passed away before I was born, his spirit runs deep through me, and I have learned from my family that his dedication to supporting those that needed it most in this city was one of his top traits. His support of children at the Nashua Children's Home, for example, has been the hallmark of this foundation. We have been very proud to have donated hundreds of thousands of dollars over the last 15 years to better the lives of children that not only needed a boost, but have demonstrated the will to keep fighting and work hard to pull themselves back up under very difficult circumstances. This spirit has been the backbone of the Dennis M. Drake Memorial Foundation, and on behalf of the charity, it is my honor to announce our 2017 scholarship for Nashua High South is being awarded to Marisol Mendoza.
You can give that to her. Caitlin? Hard to follow that act. So cute. All right. Presenting the Nashua High School Class of 1963 Scholarship, Tom Osgood and Noreen Doris, who are representatives of the Class of 1963.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She stole my line. That is a tough act to follow.
That's an impossible act to follow. The young lady is still here. She may be the youngest presenter. I'm probably the oldest. So you've got a balance here tonight. I'd like to thank you folks very much for allowing us to be here tonight to be part of a special night of recognition for so many wonderful young people, and also a night of recognition I think is fair for their parents, their family and friends, certainly the staff and faculty here at the high school, and all the members of their educational walk through life. I think they certainly deserve recognition as well. I'd also like to give a special note of thanks to Judith and to Keith for allowing us to get up early on in the program this evening. If you do a little quick math between when we graduated and where we are tonight, it's pretty easy for you to imagine that some of us probably start to doze around 7 o'clock. So we appreciate this, Keith. I know my track record isn't very good here. Noreen and I are very honored to be here tonight to represent our classmates. This is the 5th year in a row I think we've been able to do it. And there's actually a couple of other members of our class that are here this evening. They're too shy to come up on the stage with us, but they are very important parts of the reunion class and the scholarship committee, and that's Noreen's husband, Steve, and Peter Challinor, who are with us tonight. It's kind of interesting. Steve raises all the money, Peter controls all the money, and Noreen and I just get to give it away. We started 5 years ago at our 50th high school reunion with an idea that if we had some extra money, we might be able to start to give some of it away in terms of in the form of scholarships. And through the generosity of a lot of members of our class, and particularly the extraordinary generosity of a few of them, we did begin 5 years ago giving away a couple of scholarships a year, and it's great to be able to do it again. Actually, with increased generosity from the class, we have been able to set up a trust with the New Hampshire Charitable Foundation, and they actually manage our money for us, and they have done such a good job that this year we're really pleased that we'll be able to give 2 scholarships for $1,500 apiece, which is the highest we've ever done. I did announce one year that we were giving away $10,000 scholarships, and I kind of got the decimal point in the wrong place. I would like to tell you, though, just very briefly, the criteria that we set up for the scholarships, and kudos to the people that make the determination on our behalf for the students, because once you hear the story behind the 2 recipients this year, I think you'll see that they hit our criteria just spot on. But the Class of 63 scholarship shall be awarded to a student with a demonstrated financial need who's been accepted at an accredited 2 or 4-year college or university, specifically not an online college. Applicants must have maintained a 2.5 GPA or higher while attending South. Preference will be given to applicants coming from social or academically challenged backgrounds and who have been involved in extracurricular activities or provided community service while at South, and who may not easily qualify for other awards. We have, as I mentioned, 2 recipients tonight, and in addition, for a reputation of giving too much money away, I also have a reputation for kind of butchering names, so I'll apologize to you both up front if I do that. I'm sorry. We have 2, and what I'd like to do is introduce the first one as she is coming up, give you an idea of what they have told us about her, and then we'll introduce the second, same thing. We'd like to ask them both to stand up here for a picture and then to join us outside if they would, so that we can get a picture of both of them with our classmates for our website. The first recipient of a $1,500 academic scholarship to be used to help defray the cost of the first year of college education at the University of Massachusetts Lowell is Hir Patel. While at Nashua High School South, we've been made aware of her impressive academic accomplishments, including an outstanding GPA of 4.42, successful transition from schooling in India to the United States, efforts to continue courses online and at night to catch up on credits needed, completing 3 hours of clinicals each day, and finally satisfying the requirements for achieving licensed nursing assistant certification. We also acknowledge and commend you for your volunteer work as a member of Interact, as well as your membership in HOSA, which is the Health Occupation Student of America, for your volunteer work at the hospital, and also finding time for part-time work. Our second recipient, again of a $1,500 academic scholarship to be used to help defray the cost, first year of college education at the University of Massachusetts in Boston, is Reuben Gauthier. And our committee is well aware of the academic accomplishments of this young man while at Nashua High School South, including a fine GPA of 3.96. We understand that you desire to pursue a career in multimedia design, in part because of what you experienced following the earthquake and a hurricane during a trip to your home country of Haiti last year, and your desire to contribute to the rebuilding process necessary across the world in places like Haiti. In selecting you for one of our Nashua High School Class of 63 scholarships, we also acknowledge and commend you for your volunteer work during last year's political campaign and for being a member of both the Technology Club as well as the Entrepreneurship Club at Nashua High School South, and also for finding time for part-time employment. I don't know how either one of them accomplished all that they did, but we're proud to have our name attached to their successes, and we certainly wish them the absolute best of success moving forward. Thank you. Toward the podium. Yeah, toward the right. Toward the light.
I'd like to welcome David Quimby, who will be presenting the Bake Shop Education Scholarship tonight.
Thank you. Tonight I'm awarding a scholarship to a South student who over the past year has spent more time at North than at South. So I just wanted to let you know. She's been an active member of my culinary advisory committee, engaged in her church community. She's a member of the National Honor Society and has assisted me with the Summer Kickstart program. She has been recognized by the school district as a CTE ambassador and was a successful competitor in the New Hampshire Skills USA baking competition. She has earned 9 college credits this year. She's certified by the National Restaurant Association as a ServSafe manager and passed her New Hampshire culinary exam with exemplary status. She also completed a year-long extended learning opportunity with me creating some beautiful pastry work. The recipient of a $2,000 scholarship this year is Anastasia Caroline.
So this next presenter is somebody who's probably very familiar to many of you. Presenting the Randy and Doris Reines Memorial Scholarship, please welcome recently retired guidance counselor Noreen Reines.
Good evening. A few years ago, my brother, Randy Reines, died, and then, relating to his death, our mother, also died 10 weeks later. In their memory, I am pleased to award this scholarship to a student who has shown much resiliency, many skills in the student's chosen career field, and much ambition to fulfill the student's life dreams. Congratulations, Catherine Bennett.
Presenting the Khalil and Crest Dental Profession Scholarship, please welcome Dr. Donna Khalil.
Congratulations to the class of 2017. I, too, am a alumni of this school a few years back. And today's scholarship, the recipient had to at least have a GPA of 3.2 or higher, be interested in one of the dental fields, such as dentistry, hygienist, assistant, dental lab technician, in order to apply for this scholarship. They have to have leadership experience, community service, and participation in school activities such as sports, clubs, or bands. The recipient this evening is Robert Bastovich. Is that correct? Bastovich.
Presenting the NHS Class of 1974 Scholarship are several representatives from the Class of 1974. Or one representative. We're glad to have you here.
Hi, my name is Dave Daly, and I went to school here. Well, not here at the old school, but graduated class of 74. Well, we're pleased to be a part of this special evening and wish to congratulate all the students and their families on all these wonderful achievements that they've had. Our class, the class of 74, has always felt it's our duty to give back to our community and to our school. And helping graduates, students from our alma mater, gives us an opportunity to do this. In 1994, we established a scholarship fund to honor our classmates who are no longer with us. For each of the past 18 years, we've presented scholarships to one of several Nashua High graduating students. Tonight, we're pleased to present our 34th scholarship tonight. Our recipient is a hardworking and dedicated member of the Nashua High community. She's one of the top 10 students in this year's class. Her high school career has been very well-rounded, and she's on the Student Senate. She's president of the French Honor Society, co-captain of the Alpine ski team, as well as the drum major for the marching band. Her college major interest is in the computer science and computer engineering field. As such, she spent part of every summer immersed in programs geared toward computer science and civil engineering and artificial intelligence offered at St. Paul's Merrimack College, UNH, and BU, and she's also competed in a 5-month engineering internship at BAE. While all of this is very impressive, what our committee found most inspiring is that she's taken the knowledge that she's gained to mentor and encourage younger girls to explore science, technology, engineering, and math through various programs. In addition, she applied and received over $10,000 in grants that she used to purchase laptops and other technologies for the Boys and Girls Clubs in Nashua, and she even started an all-girls computing camp and an after-school program. One can only imagine how many girls she's inspired to continue in this field. She had many outstanding achievements and much-deserved recognitions, and we believe that she's an exemplary example of how strong desire and motivation can help one achieve their goals. We believe it's those qualities that will help her accomplish her future goals and attain so many more accomplishments. It's a true honor as a fellow alumni to present this award to her. The 2017 Class of 74 Scholarship recipient is Jillian McGregor.
I'd like to welcome Linda Twombly tonight to present 2 scholarships, the Nashua Women's Club Scholarship and the Nashua Area Federated Republican Women's Club Scholarship.
Good evening. I want to congratulate the class of 2017 for your many accomplishments to get to this point tonight. As a parent, in 1990, I stood at the same point in my children's lives when they graduated. I'm a proud parent of twins that graduated in 1999 from Nashua High. The Nashua Women's Club stands 120 years old. As a force in Nashua to promote education, arts, and music to seniors graduating from high school. Therefore, tonight is my pleasure and honor as president of this club to present two scholarships in the amount of $2,000 each, one to Jillian McGregor and to Evan Gay. And on behalf of the Nashua Area Federated Republican Women's Club, I am honored as the past president to present this scholarship to Jessica Dukeshire in the amount of $100. I met Jessica at a Young Republicans meeting, and she told me that she was going on to college, and I convinced our club that we needed to give out a scholarship because it was the first time. So you're one of the first ones receiving a scholarship from the Nashua Area Federated. NAFR as an acronym.
Please welcome Lou Marino, who will be presenting the Nashua Lions Club Scholarship.
Our president, Kamal Massard, could not be here with us tonight, so I volunteered, if you will, to make the presentation. I'm the chairperson of the Scholarship Committee for the Nashua Lions Club. Congratulations to the class of 2017 from the Nashua Lions Club. We wish you all well now and in the future. The Nashua Lions Club is celebrating its 94th year of service to the Nashua community. Our motto is, "We serve." The basis for selecting the scholarship winner was the students' response to the following question: how does my volunteer service improve my community and me as an individual? It was a difficult decision, however, to select 3 winners, because many were very good applicants, but these 3 stood out. All the recipients were recognized at a recent Nashua Lions Club meeting and received their scholarship that night. It is my honor to announce the winner from the Nashua High School South, David Barry.
Please welcome Allison Lynn, who is president of the Nashua Nighthawks, presenting a scholarship this evening.
Good evening. Just to give you a little bit of background about our program, we are a youth travel basketball program for boys and girls in grades 3rd through 8. We've just completed our 11th season this winter, and this is our 7th year of awarding scholarships to former players. We raise funds at the end of our season at an annual fundraiser. Typically, we award 3 scholarships. Tonight, we will give out 1. Since we first presented the scholarships, we have given out a total of $12,000 to former players and coaches in training, something we're really proud of. The scholarship is awarded to a graduating senior who is pursuing a 2- or 4-year degree. The applicants are required to submit a letter of acceptance to their program, 2 letters of reference, their transcript, and an essay on the value and examples of volunteerism. Our program has been built by volunteers and successful because of the dedication that they provide to the players and to the community. And that is why the spirit of the scholarship is geared towards the volunteerism. I am very proud tonight to present this 2017 Nashua Nighthawks Scholarship to Cyrus Forcier.
It's my pleasure to welcome Stephen Meidel, Program Coordinator at Nashua Community College, who will be presenting the College Honors Program Scholarship and the Skill USA Community College System of New Hampshire Scholarship.
I'm especially pleased to share in this evening's celebration of Nashua High South's class of 2017. Do you smell it? This auditorium is filled with the scent of success, along with the fancy perfumes and Axe deodorant for men. However, it is not just the success of these remarkable seniors of Nashua South, but the realization of the efforts by the Nashua South faculty and support staff, and let us not forget the guidance and loving discipline of the graduates' parents and grandparents. They recall when you barely could walk, and now you prepare to walk across the graduation stage into the next stage of becoming a citizen of the world, and eventually with a new debt, a tenant in your parents' home. The faculty and President Lucille Jordan at Nashua Community College have had the pleasure of working with many of your high school students, both graduates and those students who have participated in Nashua Community College's early college program, taking college courses while still enrolled at Nashua High South. Your students have transitioned to NCC well prepared academically and personally, reflecting your high school's mission of creating a tolerant, respectful community of inquisitive learners who strive to develop their strengths and interests. With these positive qualities, your graduates have performed exceptionally well academically at Nashua Community College, earned their associate's degrees, many with the Nashua Community College honors distinctions. And they've gone on to earn advanced degrees at Boston University, Johns Hopkins, Cornell, RPI, the Honors College at UMass Lowell, Rivier University, UNH, and Keene State Honors College. During their participation in the NCC Honors Program, students have had research papers published in both national and international journals, and have had the opportunity to work with research scientists during summer sessions at Tufts University, Dartmouth University, and 2 students earned full scholarships to continue their scientific research, one at Boston University, and the second, Johns Hopkins, as a pre-med student. As coordinator for the Nashua Community College Honors Program, I have the privilege of awarding the NCC Senior Honors Program Scholarship Award this evening. This scholarship award, provided by the generous fundraising efforts of the voluntary Nashua Community College Advisory Board and staff at NCC, recognizes a 12th grade student at Nashua High School South who has demonstrated exemplary critical thinking skills, creativity, a sincere love for learning, and exceptional academic achievement at Nashua High South. This year's recipient has completed 16 honors courses and earned a cumulative GPA of 4.3. Due to her stellar performance at Nashua High South, she has already been accepted into the Nashua Community College Honors Program. She is a very mature, independent, responsible, gracious young woman, an excellent representative of your high school community, and a worthy recipient of the NCC Honors Program Senior Scholarship for 2017, Megan Pardo. I also have the honor of awarding a $5,000 Community College System of New Hampshire tuition waiver scholarship to the 2017 Skills USA Gold Medal winner in the field of architectural drafting, to a student from Nashua High South who placed first in the architectural drafting competition of the 2017 New Hampshire Skills USA Championship, demonstrating a commitment to the ideals of career and technical education, and most importantly, a personal desire to excel. I ask all of you to join me in recognizing this impressive student from Nashua Community College, Catherine Bennett, who again is going to have to take that long walk.
I'd like to invite Deborah Howes to the stage, Vice President of the Nashua Teachers Union, to present the Nashua Teachers Union Scholarship.
Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2017. The Nashua Teachers Union is a strong supporter of the power of education for the students we see every day, as well as for the members and their families. This year, the NTU has awarded 3 scholarships to children of our members who are graduating high school seniors headed off to college. The student receiving the NTU scholarship tonight is an exemplary scholar, a well-rounded student, and a good citizen. Throughout her high school career, she has maintained a high standard of academic achievement, participated in various honors and arts extracurriculars, played lacrosse and field hockey, been involved with community service activities, and held down a part-time job, which is a very busy schedule. The NTU is proud to present a scholarship to Olivia Montine, daughter of NTU member Kimberly Montine.
Presenting the Nashua High School South Athletic Boosters Association Scholarship, please welcome Mary Anakiariko.
I always see that look of panic when they have to pronounce my name.
Did I say it right?
No. A for effort, though. My name is Mary Anakiariko, and I am the treasurer for the Nashua South Athletic Boosters. The Nashua South Athletic Boosters is an organization at Nashua South that is run by parents, which has mainly two goals. The first goal is to promote school spirit amongst all the students in the community. We do this by selling Nashua South clothing and other merchandise at various sporting and school events. The second goal is to raise money through merchandise sales to be able to give out $500 scholarships to seniors who are participating in athletics during their senior year. To qualify for this scholarship, athletes must meet 3 criteria: participate in athletes during their senior year, be in good academic standing, and volunteer 4 hours of their time to help the boosters. The applicants are randomly selected as they all have met their criteria. This year, we had a record number of applicants, which is a very positive thing. I wish we could have given all of them a scholarship, but unfortunately we couldn't. I am proud to say once again this year, we will be giving out 10 $500 scholarships. I've had the honor of getting to know most of the recipients tonight, and I must say they're a great group of kids. I also have to say that my son is graduating this year, and I feel very close to this class. So the first recipient of our $500 scholarship is Tyler Goy. The second recipient is Justin Gray.
Thank you so much.
The third recipient tonight is Connor Joyce. Our next recipient is Kyle Joyce. Our next recipient is Grace Landry. The next recipient is Emma Long. The next recipient is Harper Niven. The next recipient is Christina Paraggio. Our next recipient is Kate Stewart. And our last recipient is Haley Weitzel.
Thank you.
Presenting the Nashua High South Music Boosters Association Awards tonight is Riley Bates.
Most students who participate in music at Nashua High School South do so for all 4 years, and many participate in more than one musical group. In fact, by the time many of the students arrive at South, they have participated in instrumental or choral programs since elementary school. If you consider the class time, rehearsals, performances, private music lessons, and individual practice time put in by these students, you can start to appreciate the enormous passion and commitment expended. The Nashua High School South Music Boosters Association honors this commitment each year by awarding scholarships to 6 graduating seniors who are planning to pursue post-secondary education. Scholarships are awarded based on musical aptitude and participation in Nashua High School South music groups, academic achievement, community involvement and participation in music booster volunteer activities, and character. This year, I'm pleased to present the scholarships to the following recipients on behalf of the music boosters. Taya Dufresne. Claire Gardner. Pinar Gokalp. Corey Hawkins. Jillian McGregor. And Benjamin Swain.
It's my pleasure to welcome my colleague Michelle Cohen, who will be presenting the Peter Testa Memorial Scholarship.
Wow. Peter Testa, he was an amazing man. I am an alumni from Nashua High, and he was my AP chemistry teacher. He definitely instilled my love of chemistry, and he just recently passed away, and his family decided to come up with this scholarship for a North student, an AP student, as well as a South student. I'm sorry. Okay. In my AP chemistry class with Mr. Testa, there's about 20 of us, and we still have this amazing bond, and we do get together every once in a while. And my AP Chem kids this year, I have 2 classes, they are amazing. And I hope you as well have this bond that will last a lifetime. Maybe it is the sharing of doing the chemistry or the misery of doing those labs and going through all the exams and sneaking up the halls or just wishing. I mean, you know all the things that we do. This AP student in particular is another science geek like me, and I believe the quote was, "Science is my life, Miss Cohen." and she will be a force to be reckoned with. She seems to have only one speed, which is fast, and one direction, which is forward. And that speed is also stuck on. It just never stops. I never see her down, and she is never out. It is my very great honor and pleasure to present the Peter Testa Memorial Scholarship to Ms. Paraggio. Okay.
You're going to stay up here, right? Oh, you're fine. Christina? I'd also like to add that Peter Testa was my AP chemistry teacher when I was a student here at Nashua High, as well as was my National Honor Society advisor, and he remained a good friend until the day he died. He was a wonderful man. Michelle Cohen is going to remain up on the stage to present the Marco and Jean Shear Memorial Scholarship.
Thank you. When I was in high school here over at Elm Street for 2 years, and it all started with this little sign on the hallway saying, hey, anyone want to come and help pack up all the science equipment to move to the new high school, which is here? And I was like, yeah, I'd like to do that. And as I'm wrapping up all this glassware, I'm thinking, I want to use that stuff. That's really cool. What is this? And that's when I met Marco Shear. He was the head of the science department, and I was just this little freshman. And then the next year, I had his wife, Jean Shear, as in chemistry class. And they, and that whole science department, really instilled the love of science in me. And I kept thinking, it doesn't matter if it's biology or physics or chemistry. And then I had Mr. Testa, and then, of course, it was chemistry. But I like to say that has been a legacy of the science department here. They have always instilled such a love of science in every student that passes through these hallways. It's just absolutely amazing. And the student that this one is going to, also one of my AP kids who also loves science, and another amazing person. I hate when I do that. And the one thing I want to say, especially though about Mrs. Shear before I give it to this wonderful young lady, is that when Mrs. Shear used to balance equations, she used to always say, oh, and everything is hunky-dory. And I would just laugh, thinking, that is so stupid, but it made me laugh. And now I always say, this is lovely, isn't it lovely? And don't you want to be lovely? And this is to a very lovely lady, Miss Pauline Tarr.
Please welcome my colleague Jane Wing to present the Ruth Milan Foreign Language Scholarship.
Good evening. The Ruth Milan Scholarship is an annual award of $10,000 to a student interested in foreign language study. It is designed to encourage and assist students in the development of their capabilities in the study of a foreign language as might be required or useful in the field of teaching, the diplomatic corps, or the foreign service. Miss Ruth Milan was a longtime French teacher and foreign language department head here at Nashua High School South. Well, it wasn't South then, but Nashua High School. She will always be remembered as one who not only demanded, but also encouraged excellence from her students. It is fitting that a very generous scholarship bearing her name be awarded to an NHSS graduate who will continue his or her study of foreign language in college. This year's recipient is Ian Reed.
Presenting the Michelle Trodden Memorial Art Scholarship this evening is Robin Perringer. She'll also be presenting the Mark Lawrence Photography Scholarship.
Good evening. I know it's been a long evening, and I would say to get up and stretch, but we're in the home run here, so the home stretch to the home run. So congratulations to everyone. I'm so glad I can present tonight, but I'm a Nashua High School graduate too, as many of the folks here, and I'm getting to that age too where I should be going to bed at 7 o'clock. So the few things I do want to say though is the scholarships we're going to give out, the Michelle Trodden Memorial Art Scholarship, was a lovely young woman we had here as an art student who unfortunately passed away in 1992. And she really was the reason why we started our National Art Honor Society. And we've kept her memory alive through this scholarship. She was the epitome of the art student who was always giving back to the community, who was an amazing artist herself. We lost her way too young. She was in college at the time. And we're able to give this money that her family had started, the scholarship, and they always wanted it to be a cash scholarship to the student because they knew how expensive art supplies were and always wanted the student to be able to purchase their art supplies, which was really lovely. And the Mark Lawrence Photography Scholarships, we're able to give out 2 scholarships. And Mark Lawrence does a fabulous job photographing our students for the yearbook. So we really appreciate their generosity as well to recognize art students. So the scholarships we are giving out tonight, we are going to be giving the Michelle Trodden one first, which one thing I do want to say about all the students that are getting these recognitions, every one of these students have been with me as art students for a number of years, obviously in high school. They are all very active members of the National Art Honor Society. They have, all 3 of them, been advanced placement studio art students and have done an amazing job artistically. They're also just a lot of fun to be with because while they make art, they're singing Disney songs. So I'm so happy that we can support them in their future endeavors. And our first recognition goes to Grace Landry. As well, I was just remembering that all of these students as well had to write essays for all of this. And as you know, Grace earlier received the Bambi Bodnar Memorial Art Scholarship. Belinda, who had presented it, who is one of Bambi's daughters, is also one of our art teachers in the district. She is at Pennachuck Middle School. So all of these students had to write essays. They had to present portfolios of work. And they were selected by the entire art department as well as student representatives from the National Art Honor Society. So our next student who will be recognized for the Mark Lawrence Photography Award Scholarship, I'm not sure which one we're going to do next. We have 2 of them. It will be Catherine Scott first. And last but absolutely not least, Ellison White. Thank you very much.
Presenting the Willis T. Dodge Award tonight is Kathy Johnson from the Social Studies Department.
Well, good evening, everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2017. As a teacher here, I know that the hallways are going to seem just a little more empty without you, and congratulations to all of you. I've been given the honor this evening to present the Willis T. Dodge Award. In keeping with the spirit in which these funds were given, this scholarship is awarded to the graduating senior who has best demonstrated knowledge of and interest in the history of the state of New Hampshire. Teachers within the Social Studies Department have had the following things to say about this recipient. An excellent student, the kind that goes the extra mile to learn something or complete something and does it well, but you never know what she did, it's just done. When it comes to New Hampshire and local history, she went the extra mile to learn her community and help others who were working on the same project. Another teacher in our department said this, a brilliant, creative, and well-rounded student. She has an advanced ability to analyze, evaluate, and explain how significant events in history affect present circumstances without being overly simplistic. Gives me great pleasure to award the Willis T. Dodge Scholarship to Tara Bush.
Please welcome Judy Loftus, who will be presenting the Renee Marie Goggin Memorial Scholarship and the Alpha Delta Kappa Award.
Good evening. I'm here this evening on behalf of the Goggin family. They have established a scholarship in memory of their daughter, Renee, who was a student here at Nashua South a number of years ago and unfortunately passed away in her senior year of college. Renee was a student in the Careers in Education program and a devoted future educator. She had a magnetic personality that when she walked in the room, if there were children in the room, they were instantly drawn to her. Her energy and her excitement about being in their presence was something that inspired many of us that knew her. This scholarship is given to a student who is intending to pursue a career in education and working with children. And I am indeed fortunate to give this scholarship to somebody who I had in my class this year and who certainly exemplifies the characteristics that Renee brought to her work with children. I am pleased to award this scholarship this year to Ashley Eppolito. So I get to do a second scholarship, and lucky for me, I don't have to repeat all the wonderful things I said, but I will anyway. I am here on behalf of the Alpha Delta Kappa Women's Sorority, and we are an educators sorority. You might know us for our perennial plant sale, and we raise funds to support students in the Nashua schools. And in addition to providing a $1,000 scholarship, which we will be giving to Ashley this evening, we also provide those little extra things that kids need in schools to help them feel ready to learn and support their learning. It might be clothing, it might be backpacks, it might be snacks. It might be help with field trips. We do the little extras that help kids be ready to learn. So we are also proud to support a future educator, someone who is going to continue the work that we do in classrooms. Ashley will be attending Wheelock College and be working in the Boston area, and I'm sure affecting the lives of many children down there. So we're very proud to give Ashley this $1,000 scholarship as well.
Presenting the National Honor Society Awards tonight is Jackie Lesser.
As the advisor of National Honor Society, it is my privilege to work with an amazing group of students. In the past, I have stood here to give scholarships to the most active of these students. Students in the National Honor Society can still qualify for scholarships from our national organization by applying each year. However, this year, this group did something very unusual. They asked, and we did, they voted on it. We gave all the money to charity instead. I am up here this evening to tell you about the money they donated to charity, and we did it in honor of some of our most active members. Just an amazing group of kids. I just can't even say how much they affect my life every day. I feel I am about this much of theirs. They have done more than I think any of us have done in our whole lives. They're just amazing kids. So, first we are honoring a $1,000 contribution made to St. Jude's Children's Hospitals in honor of Daria Push. We are also making a $1,000 donation to the Make-A-Wish New Hampshire Foundation in honor of Tenley Mazerel. We also made a $1,000 donation to the Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter in honor of Olivia Montine. And finally, a $1,000 donation to the Humane Society of Greater Nashua in honor of Jock Leatherman. Would the students come up? Yeah, if you could, that would be great. Thank you.
So I'll be presenting the Nicholas Jennings Memorial Scholarship. Nick was a member of the Hollis Brookline School class of 2007. He is remembered for his vibrant personality that enabled him to bring a smile to everyone. He lived each day to the fullest and believed the best way to do that was to simply have fun. He loved athletics and played lacrosse and football, but was very involved in supporting other athletic teams as well. The recipient of this scholarship should exemplify Nick's athletic involvement and his overall personality. It's my pleasure to present the Nicholas Jennings Memorial Scholarship this year to Mr. Personality himself, Kevin Janau. Walter Heinhold was a 26-year veteran of the Nashua School District and Nashua South's beloved drama teacher and coach. His flair for theater, film, and storytelling was legendary. He captivated his students with dramatic readings from literature and regaled them with poignant stories about the classroom and life. He reminded us daily that all the world's a stage. At the time of his death, in February of 2014, his family, friends, and colleagues created this scholarship in his name to help graduating students continue their love of drama and the arts in college. It is my great pleasure to award this year's Walter Heinhold Memorial Scholarship to Erica Bolio. Charlotte E. Austin has provided a substantial fund known as the Charles E. Austin Memorial Scholarship Fund in memory of her late and beloved husband. This scholarship must be awarded to students who wish to pursue higher education in electrical engineering or allied fields, who also demonstrate good character, and who achieve high scholastic standing in the class. Because this is an extremely generous scholarship, we have many recipients tonight. So I will be naming them in small batches, and if you could hold your applause to the end of each group, that would be wonderful. The first group of Austin Scholars include David Barry, Ethan Chen, Daniel Dukeshire, Molly Flanagan, and Evan Guay. Okay. Our next group of Austin Scholars includes Corey Hawkins, Connor Joyce, Kyle Joyce, Gregory Lestage, and Shane Lopez. Do you know them all? What's that? Do you know them all? I don't know. And our last scholarship recipients for the Austin Memorial Scholarship includes Brian Luigi, Jillian McGregor, Krishna Menon, Naji Obanello, Johnson Trin, and Zachary Ventresca. The Alan H. Rudman Memorial Scholar Athlete Award honors an outstanding scholar athlete in memory of Alan Rudman, a Nashua High School graduate and himself a scholar athlete. This year's 2017 recipient is Grace Landry. The Performance Rehab Incorporated Scholarship is awarded to a student who is pursuing a degree and career in physical therapy, athletic training, or exercise science. This year's recipient is Benjamin Lugo. The Digital Federal Credit Union Scholarship embodies the DCU way, which are the following principles that guide the decisions and the behaviors at DCU. The first principle is people come first. The second principle, do the right thing. And the third is make a difference. This is also a very generous scholarship, so I will list the recipients in groups of 5. The first group, Brian Del Rio Castillo, Matthew Dulac, Matthew Fontanez, Margarita Gutierrez, and Sarah Kenny. And our second group of Digital Federal Credit Union scholars includes Tenley Mazarol, Harper Niven, Pranav Prabala, Emily Ristine, and Srivatsan Senthilkumar. The Raymond and Chantal Memorial Scholarship is awarded to a senior who is of high scholastic standing and good morals, and who participated and performed in a creditable manner in the school's interscholastic athletic program. Please join me in congratulating Haley Weitzel. The Martin J. Coronis Memorial Scholarship is awarded to an eligible student of Greek descent graduating from either Nashua North or Nashua South High School. This year's recipient is Paulina Tarr. The Lancis Erickson Memorial Scholarship was established by Mrs. Dorothy M. Lancis. It was her wish that the interest earned on her trust fund be awarded annually to help a graduate pursue his or her college plans. This year's recipient is Theodore Risley. The Leo and Olive Ferriol Scholarship is awarded to a senior who is of high scholastic standing and good morals, and who wishes to pursue higher learning at an accredited college or university. Please congratulate this year's recipient, Katie Arts. The William H. and Edith E. Keenan Memorial Scholarship Fund was established in memory of William H. and Edith E. Keenan for students who are of high scholastic standing, good morals, and who are pursuing higher learning in an accredited college or university. This is also a very large scholarship fund, so I will again present the students in smaller groups. The first group of Keenan Memorial recipients are Max Coffin, Alyssa Gillen, Pramila Karedla, and Mohammed Kibria. Our next group of Keenan scholars includes Claudia Leniscar, Julia McGonigal, Layla Machman, and Kaylee Mulligan. And our final grouping of Keenan scholars includes Megan Pardo, Rebecca Skane, and Paulina Tarr. It was the bequest of Evelyn F. Lamond that a scholarship fund be created in memory of the class of 1924 at Nashua High School South. This year's recipient is Ricky Ty. Unfortunately, he cannot be here tonight, but we will certainly extend all of your congratulations to him when we see him. The Nashua Fish and Game Association strives to promote the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. An essay was submitted on the Bill of Rights with emphasis placed on the Second Amendment. The winning essayist and this year's award recipient is Christina Paraggio. The Citizenship Award from Lake Sunapee Bank is awarded to a student for exemplary scholastic and community contributions during his or her time at Nashua High School South. This year's recipient is Haley Weitzel. So now we come to the Noise Prize. The Noise Prize is awarded to a student who exhibits great proficiency in English, my content area, including language, literature, and composition. Mabel Noyes was a longtime English teacher at Nashua High School. She retired before I was born. She was also an English department head for a while, and this prize has been around for more than 50 years. It's a great honor to be considered the pinnacle of English scholarship at Nashua High School South, and I am very pleased to present this award this year to Tara Bush. Now we get to the Comeback Kid Award. This award recognizes a graduating senior who has shown resilience, has overcome adversity, and has demonstrated strong motivation and extraordinary determination to succeed. And I'm speaking tonight on behalf of one of our administrators, assistant principals, Nick Audley. And this is what Mr. Audley has said about the recipient this year. He says, "This strong young woman has matured so much in the last year. She was someone who was definitely on my administrative radar last year because she was getting caught up in the social maelstrom of high school life, which was exacerbated by the omnipresence of social media. This student made a concerted effort to ignore the pull of digital peer pressure and focused instead on her schoolwork, which allowed her to get back on track and graduate this year. She completed the cosmetology program at Nashua North and served as a CTE ambassador for that program as well. This year, the only time she was in my office was to stop and tell me how things were going. She is definitely a comeback kid for us. It's my great pleasure to award the Comeback Kid Award to Destiny Ashwell." The Class of 2017 scholarship is awarded to a child, or in this case children, of a Nashua High School South staff member. We have 3 representatives today. The first is Taya Dufresne, next Devin Gates, and last but certainly not least, Olivia Montine. So it's my pleasure to present the Nashua High South Staff Purple Pride Scholarship. And so several years ago, the staff of Nashua High School South initiated a scholarship fund in order to recognize academic excellence and positive school spirit in the name of a pair of people, both a faculty member and a student. And those pairs of faculty and student represented very similar values and personalities. So let me tell you a little bit about our first pair. Alexandra Dunham is involved in many aspects of our school. She's been a member of the cross-country team for 4 years, the ski team for 4 years, and she participates as a member of the unified track team. She's involved in our school's music program and also works with the Mine Falls Summer Trail Series. It was her love of running and performing that brought to mind English teacher Sarah Palin Cardoso, who also loves and coaches running and was herself very active in performance in high school. Sarah has volunteered many hours to attend student functions and contributes her school spirit to our NHSS community. So if Alexandra and Sarah would please join me on stage. Congratulations. And our next pairing of people, student Miles Johnson and paraeducator Paul Wessinger, could both be aptly named Mr. School Spirit. Both Miles and Paul are at nearly every athletic event supporting our school. Additionally, they are both generous with their time at non-athletic events as well. They are supportive of their fellow students and colleagues on a daily basis through their interactions and commitments to our school. Congratulations to Paul Wessinger and Miles Johnson.
I guess this is for Sarah.
Oh. I didn't know that, I'm sorry. So this is for you. And this draws our evening very nearly to a close, but I would like to say a few closing remarks. The first is that I'd like to thank Mr. Richard and Mrs. Loftus, who helped make this evening possible. And I'd like to make a very special thank you to Mrs. Sharon Dowdell, who really puts all of this together, writes the script, organizes all the checks and envelopes. And finally, I'd love to say a very big thank you and congratulations to our class of 2017. Many of you will be here forever. And congratulations to your parents as well for doing such a fine job raising such wonderful young people. Congratulations. Have a wonderful evening celebrating.